Hello and welcome back to the third channel, and welcome back to Tom's TV show reviews. Episode 59, I think. I had an error with my Annika review where I had ordered the numbers wrong, so that the number wasn't the number that it came out as, but I fixed that before it came out. So today we're doing another TV show review, thanks to UK TV for their glorious acceptance to let me watch this program early. I have seen the whole of the program this time because there is sadly only 3 episodes in this show. It is a fantastic program. Sorry for the error. I had to go grab my phone to confirm the details of what the name of the program is because I don't want to mistake it. I almost did, but I didn't want to. It's called Alison and Barry's Billericay. Alison and Barry's Billericay to Barry. And let's click onto the first episode so we can tell you the synopsis of the very first episode, so that I can get it 100% accurate, because I do not want to mislead you to think it's something else. So it's known for playing Pam and Mick Shipman in Gavin and Stacey, Alison Steadman and Larry Lamb take on a trip down memory lane for the channel Gold on a 210-mile road trip from Billericay in Essex to Barry Island in Wales. And what I say that the Radio Times have announced this already before this comes out today, as you're watching this, the 14th of August, which is the day I'm filming it, that Billericay was never actually used in Gavin and Stacey. According to the 3rd episode, slight spoiler, but I didn't read I only read the titles in the Radio Times article because I wanted to. I knew it had come from this program because it's the only time we have new information of Gavin and Stacey. So it turns out that it was filmed just outside of Barry in South Wales, and it's a house that people actually live in, so it's an actual house, but it was filmed in a way that made it look like they were actually in Billericay, and that the bridge and everything else was real. It's that's the only bit of the fact that wasn't real. What else can I say about the program before I get into the review? Well, it stars Alison Steadman and Larry Lamb are Pam and Mick, the Gavin's parents. Because of the work that Joanna Page does now, obviously she starts in TV, she's on screen, she does this, but another pastime of hers is voiceover artist, because I've heard her do a lot of voiceover artists for a lot of fantastic programs. And so to get an authentic, a proper view of this program, they got her to do the voiceover so that we've got on the ground Alison and Larry, but then every so often she could chip in with either, "Oh, thanks, I had a lovely time," or "Don't we look amazing," and chip in and say certain words and bob in and out, but also give the vital information like, "We're going to this restaurant, Larry's got this lined up for them, Alison's got this lined up, and who's doing what and how they're doing what." See what I mean? So let's get into a review. Sadly, the only issue I had with this, which is why I said sadly, is the fact that this was a 3-part program. Gold loves doing 3 or 4-part programs. I don't blame them. You can do that all you like, but please don't. What I need, right, from a Gold program to be excellent, which because of this issue I can't say it was excellent, is we need a program that's 6 episodes. Right? This should have been a longer program split into 6 episodes. Would have made it even better. I loved it, but it's just, I can't stand only having 3 episodes. I loved it so much. I need more than 3 episodes. It's just a little requirement of mine. Now, the other thing I quite liked about the program was that you could sense that Alison and Larry were friends were very good friends because Alison, throughout the bits where she wasn't doing anything important on screen, such as when Mary's driving or when Mary's swimming in some not frozen water, but cold water because it's been snowing the day before, or other bits where it's like Larry's doing most of the action on screen. Because Larry is a really funny person outside the show, according to this program, it shows how enthusiastic and how good friends they are because Alison's always laughing. She finds so many things hilarious. You would think that this program should be one episode because it takes 4 hours to get there. You would think that, wouldn't you? Yeah. But actually, because it's it's like Ricky and Ralph's very northern road trip, where Ricky Tomlinson and Ralph Little go on a road trip, but they're friends, and they talk about themselves and it's about. But because this is aimed at the program, they talk more about the program and a little bit about their careers and how they got to where they are and why Larry doesn't drink alcohol and all this, that, and the other. And so you get the heart of it, and you get some behind-the-scenes tidbits about the show, and you get to know what accents and what things that Alison and Mary could do as actors, where the range is. And so that made the program even more authentic to show their relationship and their friendship and how and when was the first time they worked together. And so it's one of those programs like you watch it, you think it's incredible. So they take the scenic route. I didn't know you could take a scenic route from Billericay to Barry. Because I've been to Wales, I've been to Cardiff millions of times, but I don't think I've ever been to Billericay in Essex or Barry Island or as so it's spelled in English it's spelled Barry. In Welsh it's spelled Barri. Because it's Barry, not Barry. If that makes sense. The other thing I loved about this program before I need to charge the battery on this camera is that it used Welsh on a mainstream channel. So Gold is not mainly aimed at Welsh speakers. So having the element of a Welsh choir in it and having the Welsh language scattered throughout the Welsh bit when they get into Wales, that was a good representation of the language. Sorry about the error there. The camera had died, ran out of battery. But I saved the footage so we haven't lost anything. But because I was so excited and so enthusiastic about the review, I wanted to get my thoughts on there quickly. I wanted you to know what I thought of there. Because the whole audio is AI anyway, I've gone to my phone front camera, not the 4K camera at the back, to record the back end of the review. Because I wanted my thoughts out there. And I want you to know what I think about this brand. So it goes on the scenic route, and you see them go on these tiny adventures. So Larry and Alison both set up these tasks, these experiences. So let's say, for instance, one that in the trailer at the very beginning of the first episode is a puppet class. And so you learn about Alison's love of puppets. And throughout this program, we see 3 cast members that were key roles in the show and were in different areas. So you see a cast member in Billericay in the beginning, the cast member halfway through their Welsh bit, even though the actor is not Welsh, she did play a Welsh character in it. At the end, just before we get to the finishing line, you see another Welsh cast member. So you get an English cast member and you get a bit of history because this cast member knew James Corden very well. So you get a little bit of history of how he got involved. And that's what they do in the show. Every time they meet someone that was in the show, one of their friends, they talk about how they got into the show, how much of the show they knew about before they got the role or whatever, and a little bit of backstory to it. And so I do think this was a cracking program. Fantastic is the correct word for it. It only 3 episodes, which is the only bit downside to it, but I absolutely loved it. It'll be out tonight, the 14th of August at 9 p.m, and it'll be on for the next 3 Mondays. Hopefully you enjoy it as much as I have. Hey guys watching. Come on, bye.